What's up guys, my name is Stoody. I'd like to welcome you all back to another video. And in today's video I'm going to be doing my 2500 subscriber Q&A. So I'd like to thank you all for asking me questions for this Q&A. Got quite a lot of questions, I believe at least 50 or something like that, maybe more. So that's pretty good. So looking forward to answering all these questions. And yeah, let's just get right into it. So I'm going to start off with the YouTube questions. So you guys ask questions on YouTube, Twitter and on Discord. So I'm going to start off with YouTube, and then I'm going to do Discord, then I'll do Twitter. So here is the first question from YouTube. This one's from Salah Goat. Can you start your career as an AFL player? Well, I could easily be an AFL player, I'm a gun footballer, but I just don't want to be involved in the match fixing bullshit, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'd rather not, to be honest. Up next, there is Brandon Stephen. Now he asks, congratulations mate, what hoodoos in the AFL will be broken this year? I know, but quite a few hoodoos have already been broken, like Adelaide breaking their MCG streak. Hopefully the main hoodoo that gets broken this year will be Richmond defying match fixing the record amount of times. So yeah, that's I guess that. Moving on to the next question, Walter Edwards. We all know who this is, Tyler Nicholas. When are you going to lose weight? When are you going to go fuck yourself? Brennan Stephen again. When do you think you'll reach the ton of rants? Probably about a year, maybe a year and a bit. Because it took about a year and a half, or 2 years, I think, 2.5 years, to get to the 50 rant stage. So I think it'll take somewhere like that to get another 50. So probably another year and a half to 2 years, I'd say, if I continue YouTube that long. Poobum says, can't wait, my sister thinks you're hot. Well, I do appreciate that. I am pretty hot. Is your sister hot? I wouldn't mind knowing. Next, more 23. Who do you think are the top 3 most protected teams in the AFL by the match fixing? This one's pretty easy. Hawthorn, Brisbane and Geelong. There's no question about it at all. They're severely protected by the AFL and the match fixing. Xavier Brown. Stoody, you could have dinner with 3 people dead or alive. Who are you choosing? Dustin Martin, Matthew Richardson, Trent Cotchin. So very good dinner, I think that would be. Tea time. What is your body count? To be honest with you, I've lost count years ago. I'd say my body count's probably around 500 if I was to guess, but who knows? It could be 1,000, could be 300. I don't know. I've completely lost count, but just a rough estimation, about 500. What's your female type? Well, my female type, they need to be Aussie. No Asians or Indians or Abos or anything like that. They have to be Aussie. They need to have a nice set of tits. They need to have a nice juicy ass as well. A good pussy. Yeah, that's my female type. What is your hair routine? Well, basically, I wash my hair twice a week. The shampoo, conditioner, and then when the conditioner's in your hair, you brush your hair. That's pretty much it, really. That's my hair routine. What cologne do you use? I use the Brute cologne. Would you rather support North Melbourne or never be with a woman ever again? Fuck supporting North Melbourne. No way I'd ever do that. I'd rather kill myself than support North Melbourne. So if I can't add to my 500 or so body count, I'm fine with that as long as I don't have to support North Melbourne. Alright, moving on to Eagles John. What AFL clubs do you think has the best youngsters? I think Richmond have the best youngsters. With future superstars like Sam Lawler, you just can't go wrong. Up next, we have Stoody is my dad. How many chicks have you rizzed in 2025? Probably about 100, I'd say. Because I'm constantly rizzing chicks up online and all that sort of thing. I do have an online missus at the moment. Her name's Ruby. Yeah, she's pretty fucking hot. So, yeah, hoping to meet up with her soon for a root. Are all your story times true stories? Yes, except for the one where I break Gillian McLaughlin's shoulder. I only made that video for views, and like I made that one obviously fake. Um, and yeah, because everyone was accusing me of doing it, so I thought I might as well just make a story time about it. That's the only fake one. Everything else is 100% real. If you had to pick out of these three things to do, which would you pick? Number one, foursome with Queen Aurora, Ross Simons, and Twisty 3. Number two, attend Mardi Gras, the gay festival, as a cross-dresser. And number three, watch every match fixed Richmond game since 2015 with Gillian McLaughlin. I mean, there's no way I'd have a foursome of those three fuckheads. Attend Mardi Gras as a cross-dresser. That'd be fucking embarrassing as fuck. But I'd have to do number three, to be honest. As painful as it would be, nowhere near as painful as the first two. Moving on to Riley Farmer. What is your favourite all-time Richmond player? I guess it's hard to go past Dustin Martin, just an absolute champion of the game. Three-time Northern medalist. Yeah, definitely Dustin Martin. Brandon Stephen. Do you, the Ranger, egg footy real name? I'm guessing he's asking me if I know his real name. Not yet, but I mean, I could definitely find it out, I think. Egg footy's sort of backed off for the last few months, so I haven't really bothered, but yeah, not yet, but I can definitely get it. Would you bring guests on streams such as Sporty Dice and Orange Crush, the GWS supporter? Yeah, sure, if I ever do streams again, but I don't really have time to do streams these days, so don't expect any streams this year. I don't think it's going to happen. So, but yeah, I'm definitely going to bring on guests if I ever do a stream again. Alright, up next we have Jarudu201. Are you gay? There is footage going around which looks like you. Well, that's complete bullshit, and we all know that. Next question, do you have autism? No, I do not, but I think you might. Moving on to Brandon Stephen again. Do you think you can get Tyler Nicholas in jail? Yeah, most likely he has committed quite a few felonies. Do you think Anthony Albanese is a poofter? Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm sure pretty much every Australian Prime Minister over the last 10, 15 years it has been a poofter. Pretty shit Prime Ministers we've been having. Eagles John again. What AFL YouTubers do you watch? I watch Shorty's Supercoach. I watch AFL Hotkey. And I sometimes watch Carmen22, King Goals and Nick. But I don't really watch many AFL YouTubers. Most of them are pretty shit or really boring. Joy of Unknown 2.0. What is your favourite attraction in the city you live in? It would have to be the MCG. You can't go wrong with the MCG, 100%. What is your favourite gym exercise equipment, whether free weights or machine? I spend a lot of time on the treadmill, obviously getting very fit. I am very, very fit. Because you need, that cardio for when you play footy. Do you struggle sometimes adapting or getting up really early for work? It's not so much getting up early, I'm fine with getting up and all of that, but it's mainly once you get home and you get really fucking tired, it's just hard to function, I guess. It's hard to edit videos or do anything when you're tired as fuck because when you start, you have to get up at 1:20 in the morning. A lot of the time you end up going to bed too late. If I was to go to bed at 8 o'clock, I'm only getting less than 5 hours sleep a lot of the time. So at least 3-4 times a week, I have less than 5 hours. So that does take a toll eventually. Back to Stoody is my dad. How many flags would Richmond have won if match fixing didn't exist? Richmond probably have 20 premierships to their name by now, 100%. If there was no match fixing, because Richmond have robbed a lot of premierships from match fixing. This is the last YouTube question. Rubble the Gamer. How many years have you been a Richmond fan? I'd say 22 years. I think it was about 2003 when I picked the team that I wanted to go for. So this would be 22 years. Maybe this is my 23rd year. I don't know, but over 20 years. So that's it for the YouTube questions. It is now time to move on to the Discord questions. KingDos02, what's your favourite local takeaway in Victoria? I do like the Smoking Joe's pizza. Definitely the best pizza out there. Hoppy819 Fan Cuties asks, are you going to start your career as an AFL player? Pretty sure we've already had a question like that. No, I don't want to be involved in match fixing. I don't want to get robbed every week. So I could easily be an AFL player and be a superstar, but yeah, I just couldn't be fucked dealing with that shit. King Dos again. Have you signed up for a local footy team? No, not yet. I don't know. I work every Saturday, so that's a bit difficult. So what's your record for the most amount of beers in one night? My record is 20. Yeah, I got really drunk that night, had 20 beers. Good night. If you had to guess 5 people in a chamber, who would they be? Jesus Christ, I wish I could guess 50 people in a chamber, but I mean, the two obvious ones, Twisty 3 and Queen Aurora. Then after that, I've got to sort of think about it. Probably Southie would be the next. Damien Skyfire and maybe Andrew Dillon, or probably Egg Footy as number 5. Yeah, Egg Footy. In Bogan Bay, what was your go-to dessert? I guess just an ice cream from the freezer aisle at the shops. That's what I have for dessert usually. Would you trade one of your 3 premierships from 2017 to bring back 2008 football where the game wasn't rigged and 100 goals were kicked by a player? I'd say so. I wouldn't mind sacrificing one flag to make football great again. I think that's a pretty good deal in the end. Because, yeah, Richmond would be winning more premierships if the AFL wasn't rigged. So, yeah, I think sacrifice one to make life great again. I think that's a good sacrifice. Are you thinking about travelling overseas some point in your life? Well, I'm thinking about travelling to Tasmania this year. Does that count? Probably not, but yeah, I guess it's on the bucket list to go to America, watch some NBA games. But other than that, there's not really any places in the world that I really want to go to other than like America for the NBA and that sort of thing. Or maybe England to watch Test cricket. But other than that, I'm not really interested in other countries. What happened to your relationship with Tracy Smith? Well, basically we broke up. That's just simply what happened. Some shit happened between us and we agreed it's time to end it. So, yeah, that's basically what happened there. It's been a couple of years now, I think. 1 or 2 years. But I've got a new online missus now, Ruby, so yeah, it's all good. Who's the better ringer, Egg Footy or Alex? That's a tough one because like I wanted to put both of them in a gas chamber just before. I'd probably go Egg Footy only just because at least he hasn't doxed me like Alex did. Alex is a piece of shit, and if I ever see him, I'm going to knock him out. 100%. Do you think Damien sleeps with the lights on at night? Absolutely. He's an absolute pussy, this guy. Absolute pussy, Damien. What's your thoughts on Tassie getting a team? I guess it's good, you know. Obviously, Tasmanians are big football fans. It's kind of crazy that they don't have a team yet. But they're finally getting one, so it makes sense. But in 10 or so years, it will be like whether we know for certain if it's good or not, because I wonder how feral the Tasmanian fans would be. Would they be feral? Would they not? We'll just have to wait and see. If you could know the exact date and cause of your death, would you want to know? 100%. That way I could like prepare my life for that day, you know. I could stop working at a certain time because if you know when you're going to die, you might as well spend all your money, do everything you can just before the day you die, you know. And like I know my use by date to do things that I want to do in life. So yeah, it'd be very handy to know when I die. My cause of death though, I don't know if I want to know my cause of death. But if that's one way you could possibly avoid dying at that time, if I could change my ways to make sure I don't die from that exact cause, maybe the cause of death is like a car accident or something, I'd just make sure I didn't get in the car that day. So yeah, I think that would be good information to know. Moving on to Detroit Lions and Pistons are the best. Bullshit, they're not the best. Do you think Cade Cunningham has been a top 10 player in the NBA this season? No, I think you severely overrate him, 100%. Do you have a subscriber goal for this year? Yeah, hopefully 3,500 subscribers by the end of the year. I should definitely hit 3K in the next few months, but yeah, that leaves a lot of time to gain more, so I might as well get to 3,500 and then hit 4K in 2026, hopefully. Yeah, still a little while away. One day at a time, I'll take it. 400 away from 3K, so please help me get there. Do you think the shooting meter on NBA 2K25 is better than the old one? Fuck no, it's the shittest shooting meter I've ever seen. 100%. Is Damien Skyfire's skin yellow? Yes. Do you think Trent Cornell will blow up and explode and die this year? Yeah, probably. I mean, just look at his fucking gut. That guy is a big unit, a big unit. At least 200 kilos he is. Like, I don't think he can fit that much more KFC, Macca's, Pizza Hut, Hungry Jack's, or anything like that inside that fucking gut. It's definitely going to blow up and explode. Do you think you will have more subscribers than Scripps at the end of the year? Possibly. I think I'm gaining subscribers quicker than him. So it looks like there's a chance that I might. What difficulty do you play NBA 2K on? I play it on the Hall of Fame difficulty because I am the GOAT. Are you going to make any songs this year? I might make one song, but I don't know. Last year the song I made didn't go very well. It got fucking age restricted before it even went live. So yeah, it didn't go that great. Still went okay for a regular video, but for a music video, it didn't go that great. And those music videos take a lot of time and effort to make. So if I'm going to make them, they need to go really well. So I'll definitely give it another crack this year. I have a couple of ideas, but yeah, so definitely at least one. Do you think Victor Wembanyama will be a waste of talent if he plays on a bad team his whole entire career? Yes. Who is your favourite AFLW player? I don't know any AFLW players. I don't watch it because it's shit. So yeah, not really into AFLW. I don't even know if there's any hot players that play for AFLW. Like, most of them seem to be pretty ugly. Some of them even look like blokes, for fuck's sake. They should be playing in the AFLM, not the AFLW. Am I the best person in the world? No, because I am. Do you prefer the shooting meter on 2K24 or 2K25? I much prefer this one. Well, you're a fucking idiot if you prefer this one. You've already asked this question. Shooting on 2K24 is way better than 2K25, 100%. Are you good at maths? Yes, I am. I've always been very good at maths. One of my best subjects in school, actually. What is your worst sport to watch that is a proper sport? I guess it depends on what you define a proper sport. I reckon soccer or golf. Soccer, golf. I wouldn't consider lawn bowls a proper sport. But golf is boring as fuck, so is soccer. But I wouldn't even consider soccer or golf a proper sport. But I'd say AFL is pretty shit to watch. But I would consider it a proper sport. I don't consider very many sports a proper sport. I wouldn't even consider NRL a proper sport because they're all so shit. But yeah, that is it for the Discord questions. It is now time to move on to Twitter. Alright, so on Twitter, we have Andrew. Hi, Stoody. I asked in a Q&A 2 years ago and was heartbreakingly turned down. However, what are my chances of being passionately touched by you now? 0. If you're a chick, I would consider it, but you're a bloke. So I'm not gay, just so you know. So no, I'm not going to passionately touch you. Moving on to Hulk Hoganator. He had to use Twitter because he does not have YouTube anymore, thanks to a certain individual. Describe your best route. I did once route a porn star, a chick that's actually does like porn videos on Pornhub and shit. And fuck, she was very good at sucking dick. Probably the best blowjob I ever had. And then she was riding my cock, and like she was very good at that as well. So that was probably my best ever route, the porn star route. I guess that could be a story time one day. You never know. Moving on to the next question. Do you prefer pussy clean shaven or with hair when eating one out? I mean, I don't mind either. I'd probably prefer clean shaven, but if it has hair, it doesn't really bother me. So yeah, no, just love eating pussy, you know. Top 10 most hated AFL players of all time. This one I had to write down a list. Let's just have a look. Okay, here's my list of 10 players in no particular order. Gary Ablett, I guess you can say both junior and senior, so this will be 11 players. Bitch Robinson, Wayne Carey, Josh Hill, Tom Sniper, Patrick Dog on the Field, Jordan DeGoey, Tanner Bruin, Darren Milburn, and Jack Ginnivan. Yeah, a bunch of dirty dogs on that list, 100%. When was the last time a good game was actually made, since games just aren't good these days? I'm guessing you mean good video games, probably, over 10 years ago. I mean, there's NBA 2K, which every now and then produces a good game. Like 2K25 is pretty shitty. 2K24 was alright though. 2K19 was probably the last good 2K. That was a really good one. So probably, I guess that game would have came out in 2018. So probably 2018 was the last time a good game came out. In terms of COD, because I used to love COD, 2012 was the last time a good COD came out. Black Ops 2. Last time a good AFL game came out was back in 2006. When Urgerus was the developer. I mean, the Wicked Witch games were respectable, but not amazing. But all the big end games were garbage. Yeah, 2018, I guess, is your answer there. Last time a good game came out. Most fun moment in your YouTube career? I mean, probably the most fun I had was the Footy Freak channel. I mean, you definitely weren't around for that, but the few people that know what I'm talking about here will remember. So basically, that channel only lasted 3 months before it got falsely taken down. It had like 230 subscribers when it got taken down, but I had so much fun on that account. I used to do leafy style sort of videos, as well as my AFL videos. And there was a bloke named Ronan79 who like had some severe mental issues, would make videos raging about me. It was just hilarious, and I had other beef with other randoms in the AFL community where I'd just make videos trolling them. It was just a lot of fun. Just I was in a lot of drama, but it wasn't like stressful drama. You know what I mean? It was fun drama. Whereas these days, all drama pretty much is stressful. It might start off as fun for the first little bit, but then it turns into dog shit pretty much every time. So yeah, I really do miss those days. I was back in 2016, midway through 2016. That was the last real time YouTube was like good. Because once 2017 came along, YouTube started going downhill big time. Describe the perfect chick. Not fat at all. Decent sort of weight. A really nice set of tits. Not too like massive, not saggy, but like a decent size. Very sexy tits. Nice ass as well. Not too big, but a nice juicy ass, and the perfect and a really nice pussy as well. I mean, that's the perfect chick, really. Chicks with short hair as well, I think, look ugly, and they have to be Aussie as well. No fucking wogs or Indians or blacks or Asians. I mean, I think black chicks are not very attractive. Same with Asians, especially Indians. They're not attractive at all. So they have to be Aussie or at least Caucasian. What was your specialty in your cricket career? Bat, bowl, all-rounder, wicket-keeper. I was more of an all-rounder, I'd say. I never really wicket-keeped, but I probably would have been good at that because, footy, very good mark and all that. So sure would have been a very good catch of the cricket ball. But yeah, I was probably better at batting. I was more like a batting all-rounder, I'd say, in my cricket career. What was your main position you played in your Aussie rules career? Key position. So full forward, centre half forward. Sometimes in the back line, like full back, centre half back. I wasn't tall enough to play in the ruck, but tall enough to play key position, basically. And yeah, there was some periods of time where I might be like half forward flank, wing sort of thing. Depends on like if we had other tall players on our team that were a bit taller than me, but usually it was key position. I kicked a lot of goals, and yeah, I was a goal kicking machine pretty much. I played mostly forward, but a bit of back as well. I played like a season in the back line where I dominated. You know, I wasn't playing that good in the forward line to start the year, but then after about 4 or so games, they put me in the back line, and that's when I started getting into some form and dominating. Favorite trolling account from back in the day? Example, Michelle Richards, George Ellis. Anyone who remembers these accounts are real OGs. Because this was back during the Footy Freak era. I mean, Michelle Richards was a little bit after the Footy Freak era. That was, the Junkyard Dog again. Because I quit the Junkyard Dog for a few months and I came back to it in 2016. So it was like the second half of the original Junkyard Dog channel. And Georgia Ellis was during Footy Freak. I mean, both of them were pretty fun, but I think Michelle Richards was the best. Because I managed to trigger people over in America and shit. And just, I just triggered so many people during that period. And like I was actually talking in the videos, using a voice changer. I mean, if you watch the Michelle Richards videos, it's obviously me. But like anyone who didn't know me would have thought it was probably a chick. So yeah, I made up so much shit with Michelle Richards. It was a lot of fun. There's no way you'd get away with that these days. The channel would definitely get falsely taken down. But yeah, so as the next question, what was your worst route ever? Probably the one I talked about in that story time video. The one where the chick had really bad BO. That was definitely the worst probably ever. The one that was a bit fatter than I thought she would be. So yeah, I'm sure you watched that video. For those of you who didn't watch, it's called what's it called? Dating app horror stories. That story time, and it's the one where I'm talking about the chick that smelt really bad. I think I talked about 2 stories. It was the second one. That's probably my worst route ever. The next one. What is your favourite item on the KFC menu? It can only be a single item, not a deal or combo. Definitely the Zinger Burger right now. You can't go past a Zinger Burger, but I fucking miss the Crushers. They need to bring the Crushers back, man. Crushers, best thing in the world. Would you ever play Call of Duty again if they abolished the skill-based matchmaking? Possibly, but maps were a lot shitter as well. I mean, they did shit like put double jumping and sliding in the game. Like, if they had that shit in the game, even without skill-based matchmaking, I wouldn't come back. Because, like, I haven't played COD since Black Ops 4, which was 2018, I believe. So I haven't played COD since then. And, yeah, I mean, that means it's been fucking 7 years since I played COD. And I don't plan on coming back anytime soon. I don't even follow COD anymore because I just assume it's going to be the same shit. And also they have shit where they have like the buy drop shit where you have to like pay money to buy them and to get decent guns. Like it's turned into pay to win, which is just dog shit. So there's a lot of other bullshit other than the skill-based matchmaking that made me quit. But it was mainly the skill-based matchmaking in the end that pissed me off enough to quit. Next question. Top 5 most hated AFL people of all time. Can be a part of the AFL. Example, coaches, players, staff. My 5 most hated AFL people, I feel like it's similar to the top 10 most hated players because you're allowed to put players in it. But yeah, so basically, here's the top 5 and they're all in the top 10 as well. So, no particular order. I have Ablett, Robinson, Sniper, Tom Sniper, Dangerfield, and Josh Hill. That one. Out of your whole time watching AFL, what is the most bullshit suspension you've ever seen? Probably the Nathan Broad tackle on Parnell, just a normal everyday tackle. Or probably the suspension that just happened recently, the fucking bullshit Ryan Mansell one. Which at the time recording this, Who knows if Richmond have brought it to the tribunal and it's been overturned? It better have been over fucking turned. If it isn't overturned, I'll be very fucking pissed off. And they just got done filming the rant for that video, actually. So, yeah, that's those two suspensions, definitely the two most bullshit suspensions I've ever seen in my life. Next question. Who are your top 5 biggest ferals of all time? Can be anyone, AFL players, YouTubers of any kind. So I think I might have just did all YouTubers here. Yes, so these are the 5 biggest ferals that I've met on YouTube. Twisty3, Aubrey Brow, Sousey, Damon Skyfire, and Egg Footy. So they're the 5 biggest ferals. I mean, you could debate out of like Egg Footy, Trent Cornell, Supercoach DR. Like, there's a few people that probably do deserve to be on a list like this, but I ended up going with Egg Footy in the end. Live with, marry, kill. Shit. Nick Larkey, Patrick Cripps, Patrick Dangerfield. Kill Patrick Dangerfield. Live with Nick Larkey. Because, if I live with him, I could probably kill him in his sleep or something. Actually, I wouldn't really need to. I should be able to kill him in a fight anyway. Marry Patrick Cripps and then divorce him immediately after. And I can take half his shit, so I could take one of his Brownlow medals that he doesn't deserve. So fuck him. Moving on to the next video. Top 3 most rigged AFL games of all time. I have the 2022 elimination final, Richmond versus Brisbane. The 2022 game between Richmond and Geelong. This one I call the Tom Sniper robbery, where he dog-shotted Dion Prestia, which cost Richmond the game. And the 2022 robbery against Gold Coast, Richmond versus Gold Coast. The one I actually posted exposing the match fixing in a video. It's one of the first videos on this channel, so go ahead and check that one out. I actually skipped a question. Lucky I found it now. Top 5 biggest flogs in cricket. So, in cricket, the top 5 biggest flogs: Virat Kohli, George Bailey, Dan Christian, Stuart Broad, and that Siraj fuckwit who plays for India. I don't know what his first name is. I can't be fuck looking it up, but I think his last name is Siraj. It's the one that had a go at Travis Head. That fuckwit. Anyway, top 5 most hated NBA players currently. So these are my 5 most hated: Najee Marshall, Amen Thompson, Jose Alvarado, Nikola Jokic, Draymond Green. Fucking dogs. Top 3 most hated NBA teams currently: Boston Celtics, Orlando Magic, Golden State Warriors. I would say at the moment, who is the biggest AFL spud of all time? I mean, you can put all these names in a hat. Be a spud. I mean, when you think of spuds, names that come to mind: Jack Ginnivan, Nick Watson, Levi Casbolt, Daniel Gorringe, John O'Rourke, Tom Boyd, Patrick McCarter. It's just anyone you can think of. Like, you can say, oh, there'll be spuds. I just named a handful there. That was just off the top of my head. Jack Watts, another spud. But anyway, who is the biggest Big Bash League spud of all time? Ben Cutting. Do you agree that AFL is run by babies since they put the Wiggles on as the pre-game entertainment for Gold Coast versus Essendon? Embarrassing, isn't it? Yeah, very embarrassing, but that game never even went ahead. So, yeah, because that's Cyclone. So, yeah, the AFL definitely is run by a bunch of babies. I mean, Andrew Dillon is a fucking baby. He rigs games. Is Bailey Smith a dirty traitor to the Bulldogs? Of course he fucking is. Anyone who dogs their own team are dirty traitors. Where's the most feral part of Melbourne? Most feral part? Calcalo, there's a lot of fucking Indians, so that's pretty feral. I mean, driving through some of the suburbs in Melbourne, Carlton seemed a very feral place. Driving through there, seems to be a lot of bogans there. And just based off of what I've heard from certain YouTubers, being feral YouTubers being from certain places, Glenn Waverley seems very feral. Also, Pakenham seems very feral as well. So yeah, those are some pretty feral parts of Melbourne. Aussie rules will forever be a great sport. AFL is just a company. I don't think that one's a question. But yeah, that's 100% true. The AFL is a shithouse company, but Aussie Rule is a great sport, which I guess is the only reason why I still watch it. This is the last question. Fuck, marry, kill OG version. Dave Brimble, Rabs, Ronan79. Fuck, marry, kill, fuck. I mean, marry Ronan79, fuck Rabs, kill Dave Brimble. I mean, but then I'd probably kill myself because that's fucked. But yeah, so that's it for this Q&A. Thank you to everyone who asked me questions. Sorry this took a while to come out, but you know, it's better late than never, really. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment like this. Be sure to become a channel member. Just click the join button next to my name. Also be sure to subscribe to my Premier King Guys with Nick. Link to his channel is in the description. Also be sure to join my Discord server. It is called Strange Sports Community. Link to that is in the description. Also be sure to subscribe to my other YouTube channels. Be sure to subscribe to my podcast channel, King's Age of Stoody. Also be sure to subscribe to my second YouTube channel, Stoody Archives. Links to both of those are in the description. Also be sure to follow me on my other social media accounts. I have Twitter and also have TikTok. The username for all those is StoodyYT. Links to all those will also be in the description. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you all in the next video.